Okay, 1st of July. So we had cable yesterday, showing this higher low on the pound yesterday. We were looking at going long in here, and compared to euros lower lows. We were looking for longs on cable, which ended up getting stopped out on just here. Got long here, stopped me out here, and then ended up taking off to the upside. So I just missed out on that, probably just by a couple of pips, really. I think my stop was just below these lows, so if I'd just given that a little bit more room, I'd have worked out okay. There is the potential to look for longs here on cable right as we speak. On there. Just look for another move back above that high. One of the things, we've got a number of levels above us here. There's a daily order block up here. There's a 4-hourly order block right here. We have rallied up and pin barred into it. The hourly rallied up around this high and rejected it. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to go off and fill in this this wick. These wicks are often filled in. You look at this wick here; it was coming down and filled in. You've got wicks here that were filled in. Price came back down and filled them in. So just because the candle still closed bullishly, so it's still quite possible that we'll get a nice sharp rally here up to retest that high, potentially run that high. We've come down in London, formed our low, reversed. Euro as well, though it's in much more of a range. Euro's formed this nice, really nice long entry here on Euro late New York. Now the takeaway when we were looking at cable last night, yeah, we looked for longs in here, then came down and broke it, broke back through and drove away. But yeah, maintained this higher high in here, and at the same time the euro was making lower lows here, and the US index at the time was making higher highs in here. So that suggested that we had strength in cable. Strength, pound was strong, stronger than euro. So I opted to look for longs on the pound in here, and didn't quite get it, and got stopped out just slightly on it. I could have put my stops below this low, possibly. The other way to approach it could have been to look for shorts at the time euro was rallying up in here. I could have looked for shorts on the euro rather than looking for longs on cable, just because if pound is stronger, then obviously euro is weak, and at the time the US index was rallying, so then it took this drop to release the cable then to rally a lot stronger. Now, pound today could be coming up to seek this liquidity above these highs, back into the daily order block. You could even see a measured move So you could get sort of an ABCD type pattern where you get something like that unfolding. But I think for me, for tonight, if I can just grab a little one-to-one trade just to run this high, that'll do me 25 pips out of that. That'll do me. And that'll probably do me for this week. We've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow and a US bank holiday on Friday. So just looking at this, we're coming back up to retest this high. Look for a punch through it, and hopefully we get a run up through there. The euro. Is a lot more range bound. I think of the euro, well, we're definitely in a range here. You can put a box around this whole area. So it's failed to make, it's made lower lows here, but it's really failed to break this low over here. Came back down really and retested it. Sort of made a double low here. It has reacted higher. Still making lower highs in here, so if we fail, could well come back up and retest this area again, and still break down. I can't move that line now, so I'm just going to leave it. Pain in the bum. But definitely range bound, so I'll really wait until the end of the week now, probably, just to see what non-farm payrolls does to this and where it wants to go. So I think that's enough waffling on for me. US index may well drop back down in towards this trend line, back into this order block area. It may, it's reacted off this level a little bit, so I guess we could get a reaction off this level here. Back to the upside, it may just go sideways for a while, stay inside this range until non-farm payrolls, and then it'll hopefully get us out of that range. And euro pound, interestingly enough, has reacted quite nicely off this daily order block. It hit it and broke down quite strongly. So, it may continue, may come down and run these lows and look to pick up some liquidity. May get an overall reversal, and we might see some weaker euro, and that might let euro run down here. You never know. Wait and see. About to say what's this, but that's that measured move that I was marking out here. Alright, I'll come back with you and update you on how this one goes. Okay, so I'm looking here. Euro's just broken. Run this high. Broken back down through this order block. Broken this low. Retest. And we'll look to get short for a retest of this level down here. Basically the 1.12 big figure. It's about 20 pips. For a short, cable long idea. May still work out. I mean, it's holding. Holding strong, so every time US index drops a bit, cable rallies harder than euro does. Let it roll and see what happens. Okay, so cable's just seeing some rejection here. It's going to trail the stop up. Euro's moved very strongly. We might even look to try and get a little bit more out of that, possibly. The hourly here, it's closed again below this low. US index has gotten fairly strong here. What I'll do here, I think cable is going to potentially roll over. So I'm going to close that there. A reaction, I thought we might get a stronger reaction than that back up higher, but I think it's going to come back down. We've made a lower high in here. This is on the 15 minute, we've got a high here with a lower high to the right of it, lower high to the left of it, so it's a fractal high. So we've got a fractal high with a lower high to the right of it and a lower high to the left of it, so it's a lower fractal high and a lower fractal high with a high there. So that's the first step in. And this could well just go sideways. Euro is pushing down quite strongly. Now we are in a consolidating sideways market, coming down to retest the 1.2 level. We're coming into London lunch. It's about 11 o'clock London time, so even though this does look good, to potentially move a lot farther. If it could break this level, it may also just come down, hit this and work back up again. We could well see cable now rally. Look at the calendar here. Your bond option, speaker coming out at 9 o'clock, and then the ADP, automatic data processing, non-farm employment change out of the US at 10:15 local time, which is 8:15 US time. We'll just see whether this is going to drop down and take profit. A little bit unusual, this one, that I took 2 trades on this today. Generally just looking for the one. And pound is still trying to press up higher, even though euro is sort of dropping. So I may have closed that prematurely yet. Wait to see. Okay, see whether this wants to punch down, take us out. Just retesting these lows. I close it manually if it shows too much signs of not wanting to get down there. Okay, so cable would have come up and taken profit for me. Closed it prematurely and it robbed us of what was probably a good trade. Just got shaken out of it with he's pulling back. aggressively as it was. It's probably a mistake. I should have just held it. But anyway, that's trading for you. It swings and roundabouts. That's the way it goes. Euro still hasn't closed out yet. May come down shortly, and now that we've let the cable rally up and hit this 4-hourly order block, it may stab up towards 24.20. It could even go even higher if the US index drops. It's quite strong at the moment, pound, and it's got the potential to, like I say, ramp right up and run these lows, run these highs into this area. And go quite strongly. So I may have missed a trick there. I'm looking for this euro trade to give one more bearish punch down. We have seen rejection here in the past, so I'm very, very wary of it. Coming down the bottom of what is basically a consolidation range now. If the USD gets strong, it could well break out of that range and go downside long term. But if I can just grab a profit off this for today, and I'll walk away. I'm fairly happy, seeing as in a way I sort of did myself out of quite a nice trade on this one. Anyway, that's the way it goes. We'll just see if it can punch down here and very, very close to it. It's within 2 or 3 pips. I may even close this one out manually, just I do like to let them go down and hit it if they can. There's no point in missing it just by a couple of pips to have it go all the way back up to entry. We have seen rejection here in the past. It's also gone through it, over here as well. So there you go, it takes us out. So that's 20 pips on the euro. We missed out on 20 pips on pound. I got about 5 pips out of that, I think. Really, I probably should have held it. Technically, the trade was there. The reasons I think I gave were still reasonable. I think it had pressed up strongly, sort of 3 down candles to get back down into it. The order block I got a nice initial reaction, and then it just ground out over the next 45 minutes. It was really slow. Going into London lunch, we were looking at having strength on the US index. We'd formed this swing high, which was a lower high. We had a fractal high forming in here. The euro was obviously dropping really strongly. US looked strong. So everything was sort of pointing to the potential of this continuing to be range bound, and then it just flipped over and was on a target. But that's the way it goes. I was protecting capital. I had a positive trade on the euro on, and I didn't see the point in taking profit on the euro and taking a stop out on the pound, and giving some of those profits back. So at the end of the day, it was a profitable day, about 25 pips, and I sort of started the session late. And really going into non-farm payrolls, you can get 25 pips a day, you can do okay. Anyway, that's where it's at. That's today's trade, a profitable one. I'll catch you next time.